I was about to ask, what was his name again? It was Simon. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of 2K Mats. It's Matt Steele.
It's Matt Palmer.
And what a time for cinema.
Yes.
We had Moonlight not too long ago, Call Me By Your Name last year, and this year,
yes.
Love, Simon.
Yes.
This time with a big film production company.
I know.
Which one is it?
Oh, girl, I don't
think
know.
20th Century Fox.
That seems right.
Whatever, they're not paying us, so we don't have to get those details.
Why weren't they paying us? We discussed that. Why? We would promote you.
So in case you guys didn't know, the movie Love, Simon has come out. It's a young adult film, a film for families, I'd say, about a young man coming into his sexual awakening, I guess.
Yes.
Where he's like about to come out to his friends and family, he doesn't know what to do, and it's so troubling and stressful, and he's like, ah!
He like falls in love with a boy via the internet. They have like a blog about their school, but it's like anonymous. Found a boy who's like, my secret is I'm gay, and he emailed him, he's like, I'm gay too.
I'm gay too, oh my god!
And they were pen pals, and so the whole movie's like a whodunit.
I know.
You know, who is the other gay kid?
I love that. How did you feel about the film?
I thought it was lovely. I thought it was cute. I thought the message came across very clearly. I appreciated how many people of color were in it. I loved Jennifer Garner's performance.
Oh, yes.
What a queen. I enjoyed her very much. I don't have any negative things to say about it.
Yeah,
like,
no.
I think it really worked. I was engaged. I was enthralled. When the ending came, when you found out who Blue was, I was, my heart got a little larger. How did you feel about it?
I thought it was adorable.
Yes.
I had so much fun. It was just so fun because it's kind of just like really being gay in high school. Like you're constantly just like, I know someone else's. I know one.
Just probability-wise.
Like, I'm not the only one here.
No,
I thought it was super fun. I loved the whole sort of like you were trying to figure out who it was.
Yeah.
Who did you like think it was? Who did you?
I thought it was the person it was.
Really?
I did. For most of it, just because you saw the most interaction between the two of them, and so there was more build up in their relationship, and like you saw the two characters actually interact the most of all of the like red herrings they showed us.
Yeah, he was also like the best looking person in the film, and so I think it was so funny how at the end they're like when he gets on the Ferris wheel and they're at the top of the Ferris wheel and he's like, "Are you disappointed it's me?"
And it's like sweetie.
I'm like, bitch, put your mouth on my mouth.
Bitch, you've seen a mirror. No one's gonna be disappointed that you're the person that
Stop
we've been
fishing
with.
for compliments.
You're just fishing, hot boy. We know what you're doing.
I thought it was Leah, the girlfriend. I thought the entire beginning, because the way she was directed, I was just like, she's a lesbian. I was like, she is a lesbian. She's into acting.
But you don't think...
And the entire conversation, I was like, they're making it look like she's about to tell him she's in love with him, but she wants to tell him that she's a lesbian. Because she had that whole speech about like, do you ever feel like you're watching something from like across a wall line that you can't cross or whatever, like watching the party from outside? It's like, oh my god, she's lesbian. And the original message from Blue was like, it didn't say like I'm a guy and I'm gay, it was just like I'm gay. And so I was just like, I bet you it's her. And they're talking to each other. And then at the end when she was just like, I was in love with you, I was like, oh.
I thought that. I thought she was in love with
a lesbian.
I thought she was in love with him. I did think like you never really acted like you were in love with Simon except when you were like sleeping over at his house and like you seemed kind of like, oh, like Mariah, Billy, Frank, and Glitter, just like blinking big eyes. I felt like they could have laid that groundwork a little bit more clearly because I do think the like high school coming out and the girl who had a crush on him and having to like mourn that crush is like, oh, that's an interesting thing I'd want to watch, but I feel like they should have like directed her better throughout the movie so it was like, this is what's happening.
I love how we also were totally hardcore standing the chef's sister.
Oh god, she's such a queen.
What a queen.
Like, why was she a chef at like 12? But like, I loved it. Every time you walked in the kitchen, it was like, oh, little Nora's making something. And you're just like, I hate it.
She's like, oh, this is my best, and it's like something like glamorous and amazing, and it's like, bitch, look at these amazing pancakes. Quit fishing for compliments.
It was like the beginning of the movie when Simon is doing the narration, and he's just like, I'm just like your normal family. Like, my high school jock, handsome dad married the like head of the cheerleading squad mom, and like, they didn't peak in high school, and we're really rich, just like you.
Just like you.
And it's like, bitch. I loved the speech from Jennifer Garner where she's like, I knew you had a secret, and it felt like you were holding your breath for the past several years, and because it's like that resonated. I was like, because it's like when you were a kid, you were very free, you were very fun-loving, and as you got older, I could see you getting smaller and holding your breath, and I was like, the truth Bluth will set you free. We've all been there.
She's like, you finally get to exhale.
Yes, he's been waiting to exhale.
Like all of us.
I appreciated that moment.
He was
a lot.
probably watching that movie in his room by himself at night, just like.
I really loved him going up on the Ferris wheel over and over and everyone like rooting for him. I've heard a complaint that people feel like, okay, well you're making like Martin outs Simon and that's like a big issue and he's like, you took that from me and like that was a good argument to be had. Cause like yeah, you're not supposed to out people, let them come out when they're ready. But like, do you think he was outing Blue by being like, if you really love me, you'll come to this Ferris?
Ooh.
Cause that's an argument I've heard and like, I get both sides of it. But he wasn't forcing him to do it, but it's just like...
There's definitely pressure there.
There's pressure there, but like it still was in his hands, Blue's hands, whether or not he wanted to reveal himself.
Yeah. I would have ended the movie like Blue just never being identified and like him just being like, you know what, I had this amazing like romance via internet, but at the end of the day, like, that's not what matters. What matters is that like I found myself through this person. He could have written, I would have like had him write a big message, online message to Blue being like, whoever you are, thank you. And like,
would you rather that or would you rather Blue be Leah?
Oh, I would love it if Blue was Leah. But I mean, good for Simon, Blue being that hot guy.
I know, right? And it's just, you know, I thought it was an adorable movie. I feel like there's been a lot of back and forth about whether this movie is good or like do the gay kids these days even need it. And it's like, you know what? Seeing a major motion picture movie about a gay kid is still groundbreaking, even though it's like, clearly this is like very easy to swallow. Like this is a very white, very straight actory gay kid. And like, not to say there wasn't like, I almost wanted the Blue to be Ethan.
I know.
You know, because Ethan's the very feminine and like been out for several years young man, and they have some interactions. But Simon the whole time is basically just like, we have nothing in common.
I know. I loved that scene with them together, and he was just like, oh, things are so easy for you, and Ethan's just like. Like go jump off a bridge.
Right! And it's like, I feel like clearly the bullies apologized to them and like that was nice, but there was never, I don't know, I feel like if it had been Ethan and then Simon found a way to, it was like, oh my god, the person you are is who I love and not like, oh, you're feminine so I can't be into you. It's like, well, that would have been a nice ending.
Yeah.
You know, there should be alternate endings to this movie.
Oh my god, the DVD like of it will just be like, Simon falls in love with someone different.
I would
Blue
love
is
that.
someone different. I also like loves the other gay kid with the highlights, the theater gay kid, who clearly like Simon thought he was Blue, but the kid was clearly gay, and he was like, I'm not Blue, but like if you want to talk.
I feel like that kid should just be like, I am Blue, yes.
Yes.
Nice to finally meet you.
The whole time, sir.
Let's start dating.
Let's go because Blue is that jock, and I'm getting to you before he does.
Yeah, it's like, I'm sorry, you're not Blue anymore, buddy. You decided to turn that email off, mailer demon him, and you know what? I'm here.
I'm here. I'm
with
ready.
my highlights.
With
I'm
my highlights.
ready.
I'm
I thought it was adorable. I mean, I'm a person who loves a good rom-com. I love like a Family Stone moment. Like, I don't need every gay film to be like artistic and meaningful and important. It's like, yeah, I want a movie that like the 15-year-old me would have really enjoyed.
Exactly.
And, you know?
And it's especially good because it is easy to swallow, it is mainstream, but it's also very well done.
Yes.
It's very well written, and that should be applauded. It's and people are just like, oh, do the gay kids even really need this? It's like, name me a mainstream gay movie with young people where like no one is morbidly depressed or like wants to kill themselves.
Yeah.
It's just like, and you know what? How many Avengers movies do we have to sit through? Y'all can sit through one gay movie.
Exactly.
Like, come on.
I feel like when we were in high school, we, you know, had to drag ourselves to see Brokeback Mountain because that was the only thing available to us, and it was like, what is this?
That was literally the only thing available.
And so the fact that young gay kids get this, young queer people, it's just like, yes. And like there are a lot of people of color and like the main cast, I really enjoyed that. Yeah. And like, I feel, you know, I think it definitely does more good than harm, and it made me smile and I felt warm at the end. And like our theater clapped when Simon and Blue kissed at the top of the Ferris wheel. Yeah. And I was like, yes. Tell us below what you thought of Love, Simon, because we thought it was adorable and filled our hearts with love, and I hope it did the same for you. And follow us on Twitter at MattPowerMusic.
And it's Matt Steele.
And 2Gay Matts for both of us. Same for Instagram. And we'll be back soon with another brand new 2Gay Matts.
Love 2Gay Matts.
Bye.
Bye.